First new 6th generation combat aircraft shrouded in secrecy and promise. In March of 2025, the United States unveiled the F-47 fighter jet. But if you've been around the aviation block, you've known all about this jet for some time. The NGAD, or Next Generation Air Dominance Fighter program, has been floating around in the media for years now. It was speculated that a prototype was already complete and even tested in secrecy, but then a big slap in the face arrived in December of 2024 with the Chinese actually showing to the world not one, but 2 different aircraft prototypes in flight, proving that they had first got a 6th generation aircraft. The media then went crazy, and an American response was expected from the other side of the ocean. An aircraft that would not only be the most technologically advanced jet fighter ever built, but would also prevent the Chinese dominance from continuing, and potentially save the aircraft builder Boeing from complete annihilation. This is the story behind the mysterious, incredible, and all-new Boeing F-47. If we take a really close look at the 3D render, which you've probably seen 100 times by now, there's actually quite an interesting detail to note: canards. And even though we can't say for sure that this is a final design and what the actual F-47 will look like, there is an interesting story behind this design decision. There is a thing called the X-36, built in the late 90s as a testbed for next-generation fighter technologies that looks surprisingly similar to the render that we've seen. And do you know what's funny? The X-36 was actually built by none other than McDonnell Douglas, which was later acquired by, you guessed it, Boeing. The X-36 was created as a concept of a new fighter jet that would not feature vertical stabilizers, one of the key elements that increases the radar cross-section of an aircraft. So if you get rid of that, it would be far more stealthy. And apart from reduced radar cross-section, this new design would also improve maneuverability, range, and remove weight from the aircraft. Now fast forward 25 years later, and we can say with fair certainty that the F-47 would be tailless, just as the new Chinese jets, because this is simply the new optimal design for a modern fighter aircraft. The Air Force has been working on a brand new next generation fighter aircraft for several decades, with both Boeing and Lockheed having their own X-plane technological demonstrators, which flew back in 2019 and 2022 respectively. So where exactly does that leave us with the F-47? Well, the F-47 will have a focus on speed, combat radius, and further radar cross-section reduction, as well as have the ability to work in collaboration with drones, which are going to perform the role of either force multipliers